Well, this long haul tanker, straight razor shaving with long haul tanker. We're on location this afternoon. It's the 25th. It's Tuesday of January. It's about, I don't know, something like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're in the heart of greater Los Angeles at the LA wash rack. And my trailer's getting washed out. And I'm going to go over and use their driver's bathroom to do a straight razor shave. Now I just want to show you. I'm going to turn around here so you can see behind me some of their facilities. And it's just a wash rack. It's nothing. And they've got some stuff over there. My trailer's in one of those bays over there. And so we're going to walk over to the, you'll get a better view, I think, of some of their setup when I get over there. And I'll mount the camera on the little mirror they've got there. It's a small sink. It's a, it can be hot and humid in there too. I remember perspiring quite heavily one time I was in it. And I've been over here 3 or 4 times in the last couple of years when I get these backhauls out of San Diego. And you can see some of their, I'm going to turn around here and you can see some of their facilities right behind me. And they take, they wash out these trailers that have all kinds of nasty stuff in it, dangerous stuff even. And here's the little outbuilding they've got here, and one of those doors is the restroom that I'm going to go in. And it's not very clean, but that's what we put up with. All right, we got a couple of lights going here. I'm going to go ahead and sign off right now. I will merge this together with the shaving video. Oh, here. There's the sink. There's the mirror. And anyway, I'll catch up with you in a few minutes. Bye. This is Long Haul Tanker. So I'm back from doing the little video tour and taking care of some other bathroom necessities before I start my shave. Did not get a shower. They don't have a shower in here that's clean and nowhere near as sanitary as a truck stop. So just bypass that part of it. So we're getting ready to do the shave. And I had to wash the sink out. It was just filthy. So for the equipment this afternoon, and I've got about almost 48 hours worth of growth on my face. And it's kind of a quaint place to stop. And, when I have to get my tank washed out, it's necessary to come here. And I usually have had no opportunity. Like last night was impossible. But no, I got released from the plant I was at in Hayward, California, and I had to drive to 9 o'clock. So from 4:30 to 9 p.m., I was in desperate search of a place to park. Again, truck parking in the United States is a national disgrace. I drove through 5 truck stops coming down California 99. And that's the one that comes through Modesto and Fresno and Merced and down to Bakersfield. And I went through 5 truck stops and they were all jammed up. And finally hit one, and there was 3 truck spots, parking places in there. And I was lucky to find those. And so, like I say, trying to find a place to park, particularly in California or high population states where there's high commercial traffic for trucks, impossible. Of course, the same can be said for rural areas too, I suppose. Anyway, the equipment then for today is I'm still using the Williams mud soap, and we're going to use the Simpson Chubby 3 Super Badger. I was using the QED Manchurian Silver Tip, and we'll return to that in the next shave, but in this location I wanted to use this on the Williams mug soap. I got such a good lather on the QED with the Williams in the last video. I want to see if I could do that again with as dense a knot as the Simpson Chubby 3 is. All right, so, and then the razor that I'm going to be using is the J.A. Henckels Friodur 7/8 Spanish point with sculpted spine, and I finished this off on a Shapton Glass 30,000, and I know this one is quite sharp and shaves super well. And I got this rescaled too in the Coco Bolo. It's one of the first, in fact it was the first razor that I sent out to have some custom work done on it, because the scales originally were just cheap plastic junk, and I loved the razor, couldn't stand the scales. All right, so I do have some reasonably warm water. I won't say it's piping hot. I was going to open the door. And I did have it open for a minute, but it's just too much noise outside. Too much noise. You saw that little alleyway that I walked down past their machinery, and no, it's just too noisy. Just too noisy. All right, let's load the brush. The soap was not wetted, was not bloomed. Just nominally wet in the bristles. I kind of squeezed it out of there a little bit. I'm going to load it up pretty good. Let's give that a whirl and see what that does. We'll get the soap out of the tin. Don't want to leave any of that in there. And my guess is, what on that last usage of Williams, where those last couple of latherings on the face were so good. My guess is that, of course, the lather got beat up. The lather got lathered, the soap got lathered so well as the shave progressed on that when I I said there, sometimes the soap will dry down in the middle of the knot and you got to get some moisture down in there. And I gave it a pretty good beating on you saw in the last video where that happened. And I brought that soap out from down in the knot. Yeah, I see suds going everywhere too, but we're going to beat it up pretty good here. I have a very small sink you may have seen in the early part of the video. So I've got no place to set and rest the razor. So I'm going to have to keep it in my hand all the while in a resting position, which I'm well accustomed to doing. All right, we're getting started here. I put my razor in my pocket because there's no place to set it. That's the thing about a public restroom, but I was here first. Okay, feeling real good. And for me, my resting position is in my left hand, just like that, held down near my waist and to the left a little bit, just to kind of keep it out of the way. And if my other hand should drop a little low, I'm not worried about it getting sliced off. Well, that should dry it out. Now, one of the video shavers that I follow is Anthony Esposito. And it was from him that I got the idea or suggestion for the QED Manchurian silver tips. And he had a recent video yesterday, day before yesterday, on shaving brushes. Went through some different types, but one of the things he said, and I don't know that I agree or disagree with him, but it's an interesting idea, and that is the idea that some of the more densely packed knots have difficulty with flow through of the soap. The soap gets trapped deep inside and it doesn't get out. And with this Williams being as thin as it is and dries as quick as it does, I wanted to test that theory partly in today's video. I do not have as good a lighting above me as I do in the Lowe's truck stops. There's a bristle. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Put some more soap on the brush. Yeah, this J.A. Henckels Friodur is one of my early purchases, and it's always been one of my best cutters too. So I don't know if it's stainless steel or the shaft and glass. I don't know, but it's always been one of my best cutters. I was watching a young guy, got a number of videos up. I don't remember his name right now, but he was talking about how long his videos were, and I'm trying to cut them down to under 10 minutes, and maybe I'll take the lathering out, edit it out. And see, that's what I did the first time around a year ago. And said I wasn't going to do that. There's just as much to learn from watching other people lather as there is watching them shave. And you know, whether I do it right or not, I don't know. I'm satisfied with my lathering, how I handle a brush and all the different brushes. I wrote him and told him, I said, don't worry about what other people think. Don't worry about how long your videos are. Satisfy yourself. People either watch or they don't watch. And it's not like people are paying us to make short shaving videos. I said that the shaft and glass, this razor was sharpened up on the shaft and glass up to 30,000, and that's the shaft and glass series is the base or foundation of my honing routine. I set my bevels, except that one time I did it a 1 stone on a bevel set and final on the conical, but I sharpen mostly 99.999% of the time. I hone up on the shaft and glass series up to the 8,000 if I'm going to jump off on to natural stones. I'll do that after the 8K, and if I keep going, I'll go from the 8K to the sometimes I've got issues now with the 16K, but certainly on up to the 30K. And the only reason I've got issues with the 16K is because of that video from Dr. Matt 357 some time ago. I guess it's been close to a year now. Get on there. On the 16K where he says it leaves the edge chippy and you can't really overcome it. And I respect him. I have to take his word for it because I don't have the big microscopes. Now, what did I do? And Dr. Matt always has those nice photographs of what his microscope has done. Coming along very nicely. I got too much water on the handle of my brush. My soap is running down, so I'm going to wipe that off. It's a little thin, but I'm going to say what I said in the last video, that is probably about as good as you're going to get a Williams mug soap lather right there. Maybe a little thicker, but and that brush is feeling good too. That Super Badger, it's going to be hard for me to decide, is this one the Manchurian Badger or the Super Badger is better. I know the Manchurian Badger is hyped and expensive, more expensive than the Super Badger. I should have said this earlier about welcoming all the viewers, whether you're coming from YouTube or whether you're coming from the Shaving Cadre. Thank you for being here. And if you're not a member of the Shaving Cadre, go check them out, theshavingcadre.com. And I think you'll enjoy it. If you enjoy wet shaving, if you enjoy straight razor shaving, you'll enjoy, and just a nice group of guys. Nice group of guys. And not all the conversations are about, you're wrong if you don't do it this way. And few of the conversations are about that. They're talking about, what kind of cigar did you smoke today? What kind of whiskey did you drink today? What's going on at home? Oh yeah, we do shaving too. Getting ahead of myself a little bit. Gotta slow down. So I get the tank washed out here. today. I'm going to spend the night on site here. And tomorrow I'm going to leisurely go down to San Diego to the truck stop, the pilot truck stop down there. And let me tell you, that thing sits right across the border from the Tijuana International Airport. You see the flights coming in and out, and you can see the airport and the runways, etc. You can see the customs border. But let me tell you something. If you're not in that truck stop, I mean, every time I go in there, I'm lucky to find a parking place because it's always jammed up. But the good news is people are coming and going, so you just sit off to the side for a little bit and something will open up. But that's no fun. How do you do that with a 70-foot truck? I'm just going to sit over here for a little bit. Very good, very nice. No, I'm just beating that soap up. Put the razor in my pocket. Get ready for my final pass. Get my soap line up. Make sure my razor doesn't go flying out of my pocket. The razor is shaving good. I'm feeling good about it. And so I took a little liberty there coming up that other way. Yeah, I think I got enough soap in the brush to do a head shave when I get done here. Maybe not, I don't know. You know what? I'm going to make a judgment call right now. I'm going to put just a little more soap on the brush. That should be plenty. Get this little bit of drippings here as well. All right, now I got plenty of soap to finish my shave and do a head shave afterward. I've had 2 or 3 bristles fall out on the brush. And I will say that I used it for 3 or 4 days or 3 or 4 shaves on a trip. And it could probably use one more workout. That's one of the reasons, that was another reason I chose to bring it along with me on this trip. Oh yeah, that feels real good. All right, let's get it wiped down and do our finishing touches. Got a little banner thrown up at me here. So it was about a 4-hour drive this morning. It was a 4-hour drive last night. Again, not real good lighting. Kind of hard to see my lines on my sideburns, but we'll not press the issue. Oh, I did it again, didn't I? Let's see. All right, I think that about does it. And I'm very happy with it. Very smooth. I can see some nice shine on it. It was a good shave except for the blood. I think Bill liked that one. Oh, I was going to do the... Yeah. Now I'm done. Except for my head, but I'm going to do that off camera. And so we use the J.A. Henckels Friodur stainless steel Cocobello wood scales, just beautiful, 7/8 Spanish point. And let's see, let's wash that off a little bit better. And use the drying towel. Yeah, that's good enough till I get it back out to the truck. We use the Simpson Chubby 3 Super Badger. Just a soft, is it? I'm not going to say those words, but I'm thinking them. If you can think what I'm thinking. All right, and then we use the Williams mug soap. And that's just beautiful right there. That's beautiful. All right, we're going to say good afternoon to you. We're coming at you from the LA Wash Rack in Vernon, in the greater Los Angeles metropolitan area, on Downey Road and Vernon Road intersection. Look it up on a map, you'll find it. So I hope you enjoyed that first little segment that I put in to give you a little on the road experience. And with all of that, then I will say good afternoon. I will see you in the next video, and I will see you down the road. Thank you.